Hey everyone, this is Tucka again, and have entered this bandit or smuggler's den, rather sensibly located near the port of Sadianin. And what I'm doing here is I'm just creating some hot buttons for my various spells. I made one for Fireball, one for Firebite. My first one is Firebite, the second one's Fireball, the third one is my healing spell, Mother's Kiss. And so here I am getting ready to do combat with this bandit. Unfortunately, all my damaging spells are fire based, and uh, the inhabitants of Morrowind are generally dark elves, and dark elves are resistant to fire, just like I am. So it's gonna make killing these guys a little bit more difficult than otherwise would be. You see, she has summoned an ancestor ghost there as the daily power for dark elves, and because I've added them on, here she's doing a pretty good job of killing me, so I have to run away for a bit and heal myself. And I seem to get stuck there on the world geometry a bit. Not the smartest pathing, but uh, what are you gonna do? But here she is. I'm still haven't killed her. I've hit her with a bunch of spells. Of course, she would be dead by now if she wasn't a dark elf and had that fire resistance. So yeah, she runs away and I kill her. That running away behavior isn't in the vanilla Morrowind. It's added with this mod, or with one of the mods I'm using. And so I look through her loot here, and she has a chitin dagger. It's lightweight, so I might pick it up. Yeah, let's pick it up. She also has a key, a slave key, and a lot of these these smuggler dungeons, bandit dungeons have slave pens that you can free. I'll free the slave probably in a bit here. I take her gold, and she has some common clothing, which is really not worth any more than the clothing that I'm wearing, but it kind of looks nicer than the rag, the linen rag look. So I'm gonna take. You see what it looks like there if I were just wearing the shirt and pants, but I'm gonna wear the robe over those. So yeah, look a little bit snazzier now. I'm gonna get rid of those pants and put them back on her corpse. Um, and so yeah, there's a lot of bandit dens and smuggler dens and things throughout Morrowind. You can just go in there to kill the people, and take their loot. Some of them have quests attached to them. A lot of them don't. This one's basically just a place where you can try and get your feet wet with killing the guy down there, but I'm not gonna kill him yet. And here's a slave pen, so I'm gonna open up the slave pen, and I don't think my character really has any compunctions about slavery. He's probably willing to, like many Telvanni, he's not probably not too outraged at the concept of slavery, but these aren't my slaves, so I might as well let them go because, I mean, why not have some beast folk be indebted to you? And you just might have seen there the bracer that all slaves wear that drains magicka while you're wearing it. So as you can see, these slaves are Argonian and Khajiit, and the lizard people are Argonian, and the Khajiit are the cat people, and they have a pretty tough lot here on Morrowind. Most of the slaves are going to be the beast folk races. I just cast a light spell there because it was really dark. Obviously, that light spell makes it a lot easier to see, and especially with the mods I have installed. I have a mod installed that greatly increases the darkness of the various caverns. I just hit that enemy over there with a light spell. So now I'm gonna hurl some fireballs at him, and this guy's a mage, but he doesn't seem to be a very effective one because none of his spells really seem to be landing on me or doing damage. They could be debuffing spells like sound that he's casting that really aren't bothering me. I don't think I take really very much damage at all during this fight. So he's gonna go down soon. I don't think I looted this guy's robe when I was playing, but maybe I should have. Maybe I'll go back and loot him later. Excuse me. So yeah, a little mage duel going on here, and I get the best of him. And continue on through this dungeon. Right, so I just, I think I hotkeyed the light spell there. And up here I'm gonna, one of the things you can, a lot of the better loot in these bandit dens will not be on the guys you kill, but actually in their crates and barrels and boxes and things, which kind of makes sense. Why would you be carrying, you know, all your skooma and your moon sugar, which are some of the contraband materials on Morrowind? Why would you be carrying them on your person? You'd be storing them, and then you would load them onto a boat somewhere. So, kind of makes sense. And this chick here is throwing some ninja stars at me, I guess. Not very effective. I think she hits me a couple times and does some damage, but now she's running away, so I have to chase her down. Have a little bit of trouble landing these last few spells on her, but obviously she's not really running in a very sensible pattern. I mean, I guess she's kind of zigzagging, so there is maybe a method to her madness, considering the fact that I'm not hitting her very well. She has some lockpicks and probes, but most merchants, I don't think most merchants purchase those, so I'm not really gonna buy them because I think only mainly Thieves Guild merchants buy them. So, and I'm not gonna be relying on lockpicking to open skills and to open doors and things. I'm gonna be relying on the magic to open doors. So, I'm not gonna bother picking those up, even though they're fairly lightweight and have a good, they're fairly valuable. And I've had some potions here, some kind of a surprising number of potions. I'm gonna try to work out which ones I want. Levitate potions are always useful. There are some areas, especially in the Telvanni cities and wizard towers, require levitate to be able to navigate reasonably. And plus, it always helps to be able to levitate over mountains and other obstacles, and sometimes bodies of water. Although I have water walking for that, and some magical potions, I'll take those. Again, I've installed some mods that kind of increase the weight of potions and change the way the names. There's some Flynn, which is a kind of a nice Cyrodiilic whiskey, I think, some sort of Cyrodiilic brandy or drink. I also found some soul gems, which is nice. You can't capture the souls of humanoid enemies, so I'm not going to be able to use my soul trap there. Some grief, which I think is some local alcohol, which isn't quite as valuable as Flynn, so I'm just going to leave that. And I also find some soul trap scrolls, so I'll take those because they're pretty valuable and lightweight. In general, in the Elder Scrolls game, it pays to pay attention not to really so much the value of the items you're looting, but the weight to value ratio, because you can only carry so much, and you want to pick up the items that are valuable and lightweight, or valuable relative to their weight. So a lot of gemstones and things, and a lot of ingredients. That you want to pick up the items that have a good weight to value ratio that will be purchased by most merchants, or you want to pick up items that you will actually, of course, use. So I'm going to be picking up most. Here's skooma. I don't think that skooma and moon sugar are will be purchased by most merchants. In fact, I think that most merchants will not even talk to you if you're carrying those contraband items, because they're basically outlawed narcotics. But I think I pick them up here anyway. I might end up ditching the skooma later, but the moon sugar can be used just as an alchemy ingredient, so I'm going to keep all the moon sugar I find, probably. Maybe just ditch it in a box somewhere before I talk to merchants. So here I am just looting. I find a daikatana here that doesn't probably have a very good weight to value ratio, but it's kind of valuable. So, and I'm probably not going to be looting too much else in this dungeon here, so I'll just pick it up and probably sell that at the trade house later. And so yeah, I'm just going through all the items here. I see a torch, and I don't pick it up here, but I'll come back for it later, because it turns out that there's a fairly dark area of the cave. Oh, before I go that way, there's a kind of an underwater area here. I don't have water breathing yet, so I'm just gonna have to make sure I don't drown here. And it looks like there's some skeletal remains here of someone who wasn't quite as careful as I was when it comes to delving the subterranean lake here, or pond. I try to cast a light spell, but it doesn't look like it works. Fortunately, I guess the underwater, there's a little bit more ambient lighting with the water than there is just in the cave, so I'm not completely blind. I'm going to look around a bit a few more times to see if I can find any other spare bits of loot. Basically, I just found some gold coins, I think, and maybe some bone meal on the corpse. Nothing too terribly valuable. We'll leave that basket down there. So yeah, I'm just, this is just my first kind of dungeon, a basic bandit den. After this, I'll probably end up, here's a fish that I think is added by one of the mods, a water life mod. I try to pick it up, but I guess unlike Skyrim, you can't just click a fish to take it. You have to actually fight the fish, which that's not a slaughter fish. It's not like a really carnivorous, super carnivorous fish. So I don't have to. So it probably couldn't kill me if I tried to kill it, but I'm not going to bother trying to kill it. So here I save my game. Again, I'm going to try not to go too overboard with the save and reload abuse. So kind of restrict myself to a kind of a checkpoint system. As you can see here, it's really dark. I can't really see anything. This is where I'm going to probably go back for that torch to help me out a bit. I figure after I finish this dungeon, I'm going to sell some stuff, unload, and then I'll go to I'll make my way to Balmora. I figure I'm not sure yet whether I'll go by foot or I'll take the Silt Strider. I'll probably go by foot, just to give you guys a better look at some of the environments and give you an idea of how long it takes to get from place to place in Morrowind. Apparently can't go underwater with a torch, so I think that, again, you see at the bottom there it says TLM, your torch has been, I think, destroyed because you entered water, so much for that. But like I said, the water has kind of its own level, higher level of ambient lighting, so I can still see what's going on. I noticed a little thing down here. It's I guess it's a levitate potion and a skull, so I'd pick up that potion because, again, levitate is useful. So when I'm done here, I'll head up to Balmora and try to find Caius, and hopefully that'll be an interesting journey. And as I was saying in the previous video, I mentioned before, I don't really, the main quest isn't really super urgent, or at least it doesn't seem so at first. They kind of, the guy will kind of, well, I don't want to give anything away yet, but although this game does have an epic kind of plot where the fate of Morrowind does ultimately rest on your actions, it's decided by you, and you are apparently a chosen one of some sort. The way the quest gets off to a rather gentle start, and you actually, the first few quests in the main quest involve you kind of researching the background to the actual prophecy that you're meant to fulfill. And there is a prophecy. I won't really say too much more than that right now. Right here, I'm just gathering some more ingredients. These ingredients are going to start weighing me down, but again, alchemy in this game is very useful, very powerful, and it's one of the kind of easier skills to elevate. Although I've added some. And here it looks like I've reached kind of the end point of the dungeon, so that was a pretty short dungeon. And I'm probably going to be ending the video here soon. Yeah, if I can bring up the map here so you can get a look at the local map, and it looks like I've pretty much covered the whole dungeon. Maybe not, but close enough. So I'm going to save my game here and end the video.